same, at least for the time being.
Because it's time working class people.
1 year ago, Bangor bus drivers came together to form a union as part of Amalgamated Transit Union. In an attempt to keep the people of Bangor on the move, they're now calling on the public to help them keep the transit system funded by the federal government. This morning, members of the union and community members who rely on Bangor's bus transit system gathered in downtown Bangor's Pickering Square to ask for the public for its support. As News Center's Katie Bavoso was at the rally this morning, she shows us many want the federal dollars to keep coming in to keep the buses running.
Because it's time working class people are represented in Washington.
Bangor bus drivers wanted to form a union to have a choice in the community and the city government. Now they're using that voice to ask the community for help in continuing federal funding for public transportation.
All across the nation, locals are getting out to inform the public that the transit bill is going to expire, and we're asking people to call their congressmen and their senators to support transit.
In 2012, Maine was granted 2 years of federal funding for surface transportation, with 20% of that funding going towards public transportation. The state of Maine was granted $20.8 million for the year of 2014 for public transportation.
Certainly, we are supportive of the federal government providing as much as they can to help our operation and transit operations for small transit systems around the country. It's very important that we receive that facility to help us run our system.
Over the past year, the greater Bangor area has received 80% of public transportation funding from the federal government. According to Assistant City Manager Bob Farrar, the local public transportation system has received about $2.5 million, but that money is stretched.
Again, the system comprises Bangor, Brewer, Vesey, Orono, Old Town, Hamden, and the University of Maine, so it's a regional transit system.
The local system provides 1 million bus rides a year. Without the continued federal assistance, cuts to the public transportation will be made. And those who depend on the bus system say they can't afford to lose their main source of transportation.
A lot of the very poor, working poor, have no other alternative than to take the bus. There'll be a lot of people hurting if we have to cut service.
I mean, half the city of Bangor comes down here to catch the buses for work, for, other things. Not everybody can afford vehicles and stuff like that. So.
In Bangor, Katie Bavoso, News Center.
Union members say they will be at Pickering Square every Tuesday to encourage the public to get involved, but according to Senator Susan Collins' office, the budget is still being worked on at this point, and no one will know any more about it until September.